Hi, my name is EJ Massa. I got the hankering to do some retro game shorping. And there is really no better place to shorp for retro video games than Stateline Video Games. Some of you who follow me closely may remember I found a nasty used PlayStation with a crime killer sticker on it, which I lovingly turned into an X-Station modded powerhouse. There are 3 locations of Stateline Video Games currently. A new one in Agawam, Massachusetts, one in Manchester, Connecticut, and one I'm going to today, located in the Holyoke Mall in Holyoke, Massachusetts. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see me go to the other locations. The Holyoke Mall is crazy because it's somehow not completely dead. Most malls around me are either scheduled for demolition or already demolished, and the Holyoke Mall hangs in there. Even walking in, I'm like, what the hell? Is that a Toys R Us? Is Toys R Us back in POG form? Now, back in the day, Toys R Us was an anchor store here. It was a big deal. It's where I saw the Nintendo 64 for the first time playing on a CRT, and I was blown away. This Toys R Us is just some random storefront, and it lacks the aura of that old Toys R Us. It doesn't even have the aura of a KB Toys. There's some Mario merch and other branded merch here, but toys ain't what they used to be. This feels a little bit like a mall kiosk wearing a Toys R Us like a lumpy skin suit. While I'm on the topic of things that ain't what they used to be, GameStop recently closed the mall location, which is a real tragedy. While it wasn't in this location originally, I spent a lot of time going to Electronics Boutique. It's where I got Chrono Trigger and the strategy guide for my birthday. I found Resident Evil 2 for the Gamecom in a bargain bin. I picked up a Game Boy Advance with Circle of the Moon and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on launch day with my grandma. She bought it for me. Thanks, Grandma. So many good memories, and now they're all gone. Yeah, it turned into a GameStop, and it's mostly sold non-video games and pop vinyls and toys, but just because your grandpa's been in a coma for a decade doesn't mean it isn't sad when he finally passes away. It seems like he'll be turning into the exotic snack guys. And I can see a painting of Majin Buu in there. So I'm guessing it's gonna sell humans that have been transformed into candy. Speaking of vaguely Asian things, I feel like half the stores have been replaced with stuff that looks like this, where they sell Hello Kitty and anime merchandise. I never seen anybody in there buying stuff. Are these fronts for money laundering? Someone explain this to me. Going down the escalator, I can see that Hobby Lobby is going strong. We used to have an AC Moore in this mall, but it's long gone. And Hobby Lobby reigns supreme. And here it is, nestled into the corpse of an Abercrombie & Fitch, Stateline Video Games. Your nostalgia is our passion. I love all this art on the side, like Mario, Duck Hunt Dog. This is all just the cheese to trap an aging millennial like myself. And yes, I'll fall for it. The jaws of the trap will close on me. It's a modestly big store. A few years ago, they were sort of trapped in a tinier location, and I guess the bigger space opened up and they moved in. Right up front, you have the prize jewels, the Pokemon games. You can have the reasonably priced reproductions up top and the real deals on the bottom. I can't believe the prices of these things nowadays. $75 for gold, silver, and yellow. And I remember being scandalized 10 years ago when I had to pay $30 for Pokemon Crystal at the Raynham flea market. Now they're selling for over $200. Well, this one has the manual, so I guess that makes it more expensive. One thing that caught my eye was in an adjacent case was Kingsfield 1 and 2 for the PlayStation. Having played through many of the FromSoft games on my streaming channel, I was a little tempted to buy FromSoft's older games, but they cost a little too much here. Now we're talking. Here's X-Men Arcade, which looks like if I had some quarters, I can actually play. 25 cents per game, not bad. However, I haven't carried a single coin in 10 years, so I'm not able to play. Definitely freaking cool though. Now this section caught my eye immediately, old gaming strategy guides and magazines. This store has carried issues of Nintendo Power in the past. This Secret of Evermore strategy guide immediately appealed to me. It's probably one of the worst Square games of the era, but I do own it, and I never beat it. Maybe I just needed a strategy guide. Man, I miss physical guides. I love the art and the maps in here. I love how they're bragging that they have over 1,000 game screens. I remember owning this Final Fantasy Anthology guide. I wonder where it went. You got Turok here, Onimusha, and Shadow Hearts. I love strategy guides. Those were just as important as the games themselves because you could bring them to school, flip through them, and fantasize about playing the game. I have a little bit of a goal here, which is to buy the 3DS version of Majora's Mask to maybe stream one day, because I have a modded 2DS that can export video for streaming. But I didn't immediately see it, and they do have reasonably priced, sealed 3DS games. I guess prices of those haven't shot up yet. Oh hell yeah, Mad World. Remember when the Wii sold so well that companies thought people would buy games other than Wii Sports, so they made the craziest games? I already have Mad World though, so I don't need it. Scanning the used 3DS games, I don't see Majora's Mask, although Kirby Planet Robotron looks cool. More sealed 3DS games, you have Fire Emblem games, and 3DS Mario Maker, which was just a nerfed weird version. Half tempted to buy GameCube 2 Towers just to reminisce when movies used to have awesome game tie-ins. You know, recently they missed an opportunity to make Project Hail Mary for the GameCube. I'm super charmed by the art of this place. It's all over the shelves. Hazardous. Do not step. Don't worry, store. You already caught me in your Venus flytrap. Man, amiibos are the little engine that could. Skylander's gone. Disney Infinity gone. And amiibo. You know, they don't do jack comparatively, and they're still around. They still keep releasing new ones. I guess that's the power of Nintendo's brand. And there's signs all over the store about how jazzed they are to buy your amiibo. Please bring us your amiibo. Explain to me how the amiibo economy works, please. I kinda like that Pixel Mario though, I'd get that. Nintendo 64 games here, and you know, when I got Zelda 64 for Christmas in 1998, I got the gray cart. But I was super jealous of my friends who had gold cards. How'd they do that? How'd they get that? How'd they get them? Maybe I want one now, but probably not today. Ogre Battle 64 in the box, that looks sweet as hell. Even Quest 64, and Castlevania 64. Nintendo 64 is kinda cool, even if it sucks. Some Genesis here, but I'm not currently in the market right now for blast processing, so moved on. Now here's one I'm a little interested in, which is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I don't think I'm willing to pay for one in the box though. I'd rather have one that's just a loose cart. I have a little affection for that game, so I'll have to find a cart for it eventually.
Now this game was developed by Square to teach stupid Americans how to play JRPGs, and it totally worked on me. It eased me into the genre.
In the case full of handhelds, I spy a Chromatic, hell yeah. Frankie got one of those recently, and this seems like a good price for it. I'm sort of interested in the yellow version. I have no reason to actually have it. I have no shortage of ways to play Game Boy games. But I don't know. It has a certain allure to it. Here's some games in a case, and I have nothing to say about them. I took a peek at the PlayStation 3 games mostly because I'm interested in finding the PlayStation 3 versions of Dark Souls 1 and 2 for no particular reason. I have Demon's Souls on the PlayStation 3 and I think it's lonely, I guess. Ah, the NES games. Definitely some bangers in here, but I'm looking for a couple in particular. I don't own Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and all their releases obviously replaced Mike Tyson with White Tyson, so I feel like I need to have it, but I did spy Crystalis, or however you say that. It's a game I mentioned in my top NES games video. Very much a Zelda-like action RPG. I have some affection for it, so I think I will pick that up. Speaking of stuff having an aura, the GameCube case speaks to me. You know, Baten Kaitos, Origins, Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. Oh yeah, I forgot that Mario Party had that little microphone. Chibi Robo, Eternal Darkness, Metal Gear Solid Twin Stakes. All pretty tempting, but priced appropriately. They have this case where you see stuff they're selling on eBay, which includes a boxed version of Mike Tyson, and again, I have no need for boxes. And Chippendale 2 in box. Pretty cool. Here's some as-is consoles. This is where I got my Crime Killer PlayStation 1 for cheap. Modded it up nice. Works great. Lots of Xbox 360s if you want to play the lottery. And by lottery, I mean the short story where they stone a woman to death, and you are the woman. PS5 games, PS4 games, I'm not looking for anything particular here. They have DVDs and Blu-rays, and my kids are really into discs now. They love physical media. My kids are basically hipsters. Can I interest anybody in Super Mario Wonder, Bell Bell Park? No? Any Switch 2 games? No? Anything? No? Damn. There's a discount game section, and if you're a fan of old sports games, oh, you'll be in heaven. I like to look in the Wii plastic attachment bin because one time I found the Nyko Perfect Shot, and it's actually kind of nice for the shooter games on the Wii. Makes me feel like you're actually blasting guys with a real gun. But all they had was this orange thing, which is not good for blasting guys. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of Skyrim for the Xbox 360. Get them while they're hot. You know, I've never seen this box zapper in my life. The gray is very appealing. I have like 3 of the orange ones. Nothing in the Game Boy case catches my interest. I couldn't stop thinking about that Secret of Evermore strategy guide, and maybe someday I'll stream it while using it to beat the game. That sounds fun. What really convinced me, though, was it had a Babbage's sticker, which used to be my favorite store in the mall to buy PC games in the 90s. So for that alone, I needed to have it. It was kind of a sign. Oh, and here's the PS2 Kingsfield, but again, I don't think I can afford retail price for that at the moment. Silent Hill 4 The Room costs more than I would have thought, too. Unique game, but also kind of sucks. In addition to the Secret of Evermore guide, I decided to bother the staff to get me the Crystallis NES cart. I needed it for my collection. The poor woman had to move a Jenga tower of games to get to it. So for about $60, I got my retro fixed. But I wasn't done yet. On my way home, I decided to stop by the Salvation Army. Wow, bonus Shorp, so lucky. I spoil you. Right in the front were some kids' toys. I stopped to see if there was anything my boys would like. I saw this Slinky dog, and I thought it was cute. They actually don't care about Toy Story even one bit, so yeah, waste of my time. Stopped by the DVDs, and nothing caught my eye. I was looking for Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, because my kids love that series, and they love the first movie, but no luck. They have a small VHS section, and the only thing I was sort of interested in was the Alistair Sims Christmas Carol, and looking back on it, I wish I bought it. Oh well. There was a miscellaneous shelf with a battery box for some power tool, but it was empty. Why is it here? Why are any of us here? Why am I filming this? We have a bunch of appliances here, air fryers, waffle makers. I see a griddle. Love me a good griddle. DVD players, nothing interesting as far as I can tell. I don't know what this Vivitar Universal Video Converter is. I don't know how this would improve my life, so I left it. Very interesting though.
Turn on your movie projector and run the film. Focus both the movie projector on the mini screen and your camcorder on the film image. Check it both through the viewfinder and on your TV monitor to make sure it is sharp and clear. Record as much footage as you like. Again, titles and captions can be added to movies just like slides. Remember, they are shadow images and will only be black. They should be used in bright scenes only.
Some books and vinyl. For some reason, I was drawn to Pope Paul VI Mission to America record, but I don't think I need spiritual guidance from the 60s at the moment. We have a ton of furniture and plasma TVs, and wait a second. Hold up. Stop the presses. A CRT in a thrift store? This is a rare event. I thought they stopped receiving these. It's a 32-inch Panasonic. Looks to be in great condition. Has the remote. It's $39.99. If you've seen the eBay prices and Facebook Marketplace prices, that's a steal. It's from $19.99 with not only external speaker support, but 2 S-video inputs. If I didn't already have some of the best CRTs in existence, this would be a no-brainer. Alas, I can't come home with another one of these heavy behemoths without some severe consequences, and those consequences would be on my lower back. More plasma TVs. Oh, a basketball at nightlight. Very cool for all your basketball at night needs. 10 years ago, making veggie spaghetti was a thing. So I actually have one of these. Not an Amazon one, but some other branded one. We made veggie spaghetti twice, and you know what? Regular spaghetti is a million times better. Why do we do this to ourselves? These mixing bowls are quite nice, but I didn't get them. Oh, and you might know that I was looking for a sugar bowl on Black Friday. Well, this is kind of like one, but it doesn't really go with the vibe of my kitchen, so I didn't get it. I'm always a sucker for cast iron, but I don't even know what I would make on this tiny one. Maybe a single solitary egg? Useless. One last thing before I go. I saw Lost on DVD, the first season. Probably the best season. Maybe I should have got this, but I didn't. So, bye Lost. I love you. I love you, Locke. Everything happens for a reason. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.